What's up, everybody? Giles Canner here from N1 Outdoors, hunting, fishing, and the outdoors all in one. It's cold out here tonight. We're gonna head into the shop and show you how to apply the RodTogs fishing rod wraps. Stick with us. All right, so to start out, let's talk about why we came up with RodTogs. So we wanted people to have a way to easily customize their fishing rod without having to spend a lot of money. It's not that we're against custom fishing rods and high dollar fishing rods. That's not what we're saying, but we wanted to provide a way that was inexpensive for people to be able to do this, but also to have lots of great and cool designs that nobody has done before. And so we think we've accomplished that, and we're always adding to our design. So always be sure to visit rodtogs.com, or you can go to n1outdoors.com also. They're both on the same site, and you can get your RodTogs there. So you can see some of the different types. We've got redfish, got some flames here, gator skin, lots of different types of RodTogs, and this is just a fraction of the ones that we have available. Spotted sea trout, striped bass. But today, we're gonna do the redfish. We already have some RodTogs wraps on this rod right here. And you can also see some of the guide stickers as well, matching guide stickers. But we're gonna remove these. And although these are extremely durable, they also remove fairly easily. And then we will rewrap this with the redfish. So we have our previous RodTogs design removed from this rod, and we're gonna apply a new one. One thing you wanna do is have as clean of a surface as you can before you apply these. It just helps with better adhesion. An alcohol wipe will do it and will clean it really well. You just wanna have any debris or dirt or anything like that removed from the rod shaft before you try to apply these. So we've got this handle cleaned up, and we'll get started. So each RodTog comes with a 2.5 wide by 6 inch handle wrap, a 3.5 by 6 inch handle wrap, which can also double just as a decal or a sticker if you'd like to do that. And then also 6 roughly 1 inch rod guide wraps. We know that on this particular handle, the 2.5 by 6 is what's gonna fit it well. And so we're gonna go ahead and start with that. We like to have a cutting pad like this. These are, you can get them online for just a couple dollars, but sometimes they're called self-healing pads. But we like these because they've got guidelines, and it's able to keep we're able to keep our lines straight and that type of thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna measure the length of the area that we want to cover. So we're gonna take our rod here and our ruler. And I don't know how well you can see this, but it's pretty much exactly right at 5 inches. So that means if our wrap here is 6 inches and we need 5 inches, we need to cut off 1 inch, but we want to make sure we cut it off evenly off of each end so that our logo and all that's centered. Some of you may not care about that. We care about that. And so we're going to cut a 1/2 inch off of each side. Okay, so now we're going to measure a 1/2 inch from each end, and you want to make sure you measure from the seam. There's an overlap here, so if you look real closely when you have a RodTogs, you'll notice there's a cut seam. That's where you really want to start measuring from. So we're going to put our ruler right here on the cut line. This may seem detailed, but once you do this a time or two, it's not going to take near as long. We're just taking time so that you can see how to do the process. So we're going to take our marker here, put a mark right at a 1/2 inch right there. And then we're gonna come to the cut line on the other side, and we're gonna move in a 1/2 inch and make a cut line at a 1/2 inch. And we're gonna do the same thing on the bottom. 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch. Now what we wanna do is we just wanna connect those two marks that we just made, those 2 1/2 inch marks, and we are gonna cut with our blade right along the edge of those 2 marks. enough pressure so that you actually cut through the wrap. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Now we're coming back to our handle, and we are just gonna center this sticker on the top. And we just wanna try to make sure that the sticker is as parallel as possible as far as where the logo is on the rod. And we will just real easily work our way around. Making sure you get out any bubbles. There you go. What we want to do now is we're going to come up here to the tapered part of the handle above the reel. It's the same concept. We're going to make some marks, and then we are going to cut to the right length. But we want to show you a little trick that we use to cut off the excess so that you can have this label adhere well to a tapered end. We're going to take some tape. This is like painter's tape. You can use masking tape, which is very similar to this. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this to measure the distance around where this wrap is gonna be applied. We know that our wrap is 6 inches long, and we do wanna utilize, on this portion, we're gonna utilize all 6 inches. So what we wanna do is tear off a piece of this tape, and we're gonna put it right where we want the wrap to start. And we're just gonna wrap it around. And you just wanna make sure that you let it fully overlap. And then we're gonna measure 6 inches from right there. We're gonna mark right here, and that is where we're gonna put another piece of tape. So we can see it's right here at the bottom of the A right here. So I'm not even gonna make a mark. I'm just gonna go ahead and tear off a piece of tape. I'm gonna apply that tape just like we did on the other end. Make sure it goes all the way around, touches the other side. Now I'm gonna make a little mark right down here. This is the bottom. I'm just gonna put a little B right there. But this is actually gonna be where the top of the sticker goes. And you'll see why I'm doing that in just a minute. So that's the top, so I'm putting a T right there. Now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna just cut this tape from one end to the next so that I can peel it off. So I will just make a cut right there. And I'll make a cut right here. And now that I'm done cutting, I'm gonna peel that tape off. Now, I'm gonna take my RodTogs with my larger wrap and lay it down. I know that this is the bottom, so I'm gonna stick this here right along the cut seam. The idea here is that we want to get this handle wrap exactly the right taper so that it applies easily. And I do want to kind of get it in the center. So that's the bottom, there's a little B. So that's the furthest most part of the wrap that's going to go on the bottom of the tapered handle. And then this is where the top of the tapered handle goes. And so I'm going to apply that here as well. All right, we've got our 2 pieces of tape down. Now what we're going to do is we're going to connect the lines. So I'm going to go from this corner right here to this corner. Might be a little difficult to see on the camera. You'll have to get right over top of it so that you can see what you're doing. So I'm going to cut from there to there. All right, now I'm going to do the same thing on this other end. Now, once I've made my cut, I can remove my tape. Now I'm going to peel that off. You can see where I made a little bit of a bad cut there at first. And I'm going to place this on the rod, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to place it to where I can look down on the rod and see the RodTogs logo, which is also going to help me line up on the top facing of the rod. And then we're just going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to start working our way around. Making sure to get any bubbles out as it wraps around to the other side. Now, you can see that we've made a perfect taper because of the work that we did with that tape. And now I'm just trying to get any extra bubbles out. Now, we're going to move on to the rod guide stickers. And this is totally up to you. You can put 1 or 2, or you might even want to go up here and do some more. But you get 6 of these rod guide stickers, and you can do it however you like. But at this point, you will not need the full length of these to go all the way around. So if you want to just wrap them around and overlap, you can do that, or you can actually trim them down and maybe cut some of the excess off. But we'll apply some of these and come back and show you what it looks like. Now we have added our lower handle wrap. We've added our tapered handle wrap, and we showed you how to do that. And then we've added a couple matching rod guide stickers right here. And so we're going to stop right there, but you can see it just makes a really nice finished product where you can have some matching pattern, fish scale pattern, in this case the redfish. But again, we've got lots of other designs. We've got striped bass, largemouth bass, mahi-mahi. We've got lots of great designs for you to do this on, but hopefully this gives you an idea of just how easy this can be if you just take a few minutes, take a little time to do it the right way. You can customize your rod for very little money, and you can also have fun doing it. So, RodTogs, your rod, your way. You can get RodTogs at rodtogs.com, or you can visit our main website at n1outdoors.com. They're also listed in the product section there. We hope you enjoy customizing your rod with RodTogs, and we hope you put a hook in one. We'll see you next time.